Hi guys, it's time for a review of a classic album. Today I'll be covering Danny Brown's Atrocity Exhibition. Imagine yourself in San Francisco during the Summer of Love, so 1967. You've been dropping acid for 4 days straight. You find yourself at some dive bar listening to a house band playing long strung out psych rock instrumentals that have been released on a small local label, a label that would soon become defunct and would fade into obscurity, as does the band. The band used off-kilter time signatures at spiraling guitar leads, creating haze and dissonance. So now imagine yourself in 2016, which is nearly 10 years ago now, listening to Danny Brown's latest album, Atrocity Exhibition. Although the pictures I try to paint for you seem worlds apart, one being a hippie in 1967's San Fran Haight-Ashbury scene, the other one being listening to a hip-hop artist from a moderately successful and acclaimed rapper in 2016. Remnants of this kind of music permeate through Brown's latest effort. More than ever, I can hear these psych rock samples woven into these tracks. A few critics have already touched on this, and most have agreed that although it sounds like the tracks being sampled are jarring and hard to follow with the verses, it seems to work really well. Having a big fondness of Brown's last LP before Atrocity Exhibition, Old, goes a long way when dipping into this project. Danny Brown's flow has also been idiosyncratic and slightly wacky, and that doesn't change on Atrocity Exhibition. In fact, it actually gets wackier, and it seems to build into a crescendo of weirdness as the album progresses. His signature flow is on display here from beginning to end. From the opening track, Downward Spiral, we see a despondent and emotionally drowned Brown. He spits lines out about passionate sex, smoking blunts, and just being reclusive, The track sets a tone for the album, really. Brown wants you to understand that what you are about to embark on might not be pleasant. Tell Me What I Don't Know just reinforces this. However, the style of the flow on this harks back more to the mixtape era of Danny Brown, which will be welcomed by many of the longtime fans at the time. The beat drops in with this amazing acid tribal vamp that transforms the track again. The use of sampling's one of the biggest features on this, more than ever on any other Danny Brown LP. Rolling Stone fetishizes its own hopelessness, a message of leave me be, I want to self-destruct in private, but at the same time it's a cry for help, and this runs through this album. Really dope, sees the ensemble Pussycat featuring Kendrick Lamar, Absol and Earl Sweatshirt. Black Milk is producing and really brings it to this track. The verses are awesome and the track never gets too cluttered, even though there's so many things happening. Earl's verses are really great on this and really give this track something. The track Lost continues delving into the excess, and we're in the midst of a lost period in the protagonist's life. The utter carelessness with which this person lives is obviously about to come unstuck. And by now, we have a feeling of being on an extended bender of some sort, total abandon issues, money spent, bottles smashed, line slammed, adult consummation and destruction. The big thing, one of the big things is cocaine. It's a big theme through Atrocity Exhibition. It's referenced in nearly every track on it. And we can see this as a vice, perhaps a crutch. And there are moments when Brown acknowledges the habit of the character in these songs, only to then say that it has become who you are. There is emotional distance, but at times extremely confrontational. And we never really get the kind of resolution, any kind of resolution. Maybe there isn't supposed to be, maybe there isn't a message in the tracks, but then I think, well, I can look from the outside looking in. Maybe we need to identify when things are wrong, or find a way to identify it at least. Get high, outlines how apathy can be endearing when coupled with chemical assistance. Jasmine name dropping is awesome on this, and the verses are really on point. Again, a total admittance of the beauty of marijuana and its ability to dull all the bad things happening to you. The closer, Hell for It, feels like a summation of what preceded it. Although it feels like a prologue to a story, a very loose thread kept throughout Atrocity Exhibition, Brown raps about his origins, how he built his career up and the struggle of getting there. The final moment of clarity, in a way, that the downward spiral is now trending up. So, quote, "So my task is inspire your future with my past. I lived through that shit, so you don't have to go through it." So, thanks for showing us the way, Danny. If you've not heard this, I highly recommend it. It's another great classic album, and I'll be covering a lot of these throughout the next couple of weeks. So this is a perfect 10 album. This is the one that really unleashed his creativity and made him a force to be reckoned with in the hip-hop world. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.